everyone, and welcome on my Wormhole Gallery podcast. My name is Vera, and this is podcast about knitting, sometimes crocheting or spinning, and all, let's say, fiber-related things. I'm welcome you from the Calgary, Canada, and it has been a lot of time when I recorded the last episode. Yeah, and seems like I'm a little bit forgot about my channel and skip it, but truly life is not, maybe, let's say, not so easy. We moved from one place to another. We purchased a house, and it was not a lot of time for knitting, but not a lot of time for recording video and edit it and a lot of stuff. So I decided maybe I will be able to restart my channel again and record more often than I did previously. So I'm absolutely thankful to everyone who watched this podcast. I hope you find something interesting. So maybe let's start talking about knitting. Yeah, this year let's say previous year I did a lot of knitting for orders, for custom orders. Usually it's like kid stuff, but in any case it was for order. So but this year I decided, like, I have a lot of yarn in my stash what I purchased for myself for knitting, but ended up I don't have time for knit for myself, and I will show you a little bit, maybe my knitting room as well. Oops, sorry. Here you also see shelves with sorry this yarn, and there is a shelf with full of yarn, different kind. I'm not sure what if you're interested in like browsing like shelves, etc. Yeah, some of them I will show you definitely, maybe when I will start project, and we'll talk about them maybe earlier if you're interested. And here I have my knitting machine, this thread. So this year I decide I will spend more time on knitting for myself. Sorry, it's gloves. What's drying? So in the beginning of the year I did a list of projects, but sorry, it's not in English, it's on my native language, and I believe it's about 26 projects, and I decided to mark them if I finish them and try to keep tracking what I'm knitting and follow the list what I created. It's not always works, but sometimes yes. So today is beginning of the May, so I have already 4 months and I finish 9 projects. Of course, definitely I will not show you everything like what I need previously, but maybe the last main project what I'm kind of proud I will show you, and maybe it will be interesting for you. So yeah, the main idea of this list, what I for example, I have yarn already in my stash, but I saw something interesting in the store, purchased it, needed, and some of the yarn what I didn't have time in the beginning to start working on it. Like right now it's still on my shelves, like let's say for 1 year. I decided to change things in this year, and I think it was first project what I finished this year, 2020, is this pullover. I definitely will show you pictures, you will see it, but it's full of cables, and it's just so cozy and soft pullover, but basically like for every day. But I finished it already when we were locked down, and I just have a chance to wear it like an grocery shop, and that's it. So, but the interesting thing was about this cardigan, this pullover is sleeves. It's a little bit, you see, it's a little bit. Need to clean it. So in the beginning I did it long, it was about this length, and without ribbon, and also I have to add ribbon. So I decided, oh, it's too long for me, it will be not convenient, just basically like for working, it will be not convenient for me. So I decided to cut it, and I cut it in the middle of the cable pattern, pick up stitches and knit it in another direction and close it. Yeah, picture will be provided. And in this case I shortened the sleeves. Yeah, you will see now how this will go further. Yeah, so now it's much better, it's not so long, because I just didn't want it, and I absolutely love it. I knit it with I don't have this yarn I think anymore, but it's made with Null Yarn Noble. It's 95% lamb wool and 5% cashmere, and I knit it in 3 threads, I believe. Yeah, 3 threads. So it's 333 meters per 100 grams, and I use 4.5 millimeter needles and just another color. And I just so love this green. It's like a forest kind of, I don't know, I just fall in love with this color and decide I want cable pullover made with it. But I spent a significant time to finish this pullover, probably minimum 2 or 2.5 months. So it's my first and the most proud things what I finished in 2020. Other stuff is just small one. I didn't bring it to here, but I also did some bunch of knitted garments for my sister. So this autumn I was able to visit my relative back home in Russia, and I just actually picked some yarn from there. Maybe I will show you in the next video. And my sister is much bigger than me, and she has what size is it? I think it's about 9 probably, US 9. So her length of her feet is 28 centimeters. So mine is 23, so it's much bigger than my step. And she asked me for knitted home socks, and as you see on the video, definitely it's a big mistake. But I grabbed both in the store, and I didn't check dye lot, and even in the store it was similar. It's one is greener, like it's gray, but it's a little bit green. This one a little bit like blue, so very different. But I think for home socks it's not so bad. It's pretty chunky, and I did not like finish it with a ribbon because I thought it would be sometimes convenient just to bend them maybe 2 times and wear it like a low socks. Or if you're a little bit cold, you can just unbend it and use it like with full length. So I finished socks for my sister and hat. Actually she picked up the yarn, but I don't like it a lot. It's too shiny. I will try it on myself. It's just very like common hat what you can knit. Yeah, I think you see that it sparkles, but this yarn, it's combination of two yarns. Basically one was like acrylic or polyester or something with stannin, I believe. On the video it's green, but on the different corner, like from my side it's blue, from front it's green. It's beautiful, but it's not like warm because it's not natural yarn. So I combine it with another black yarn, but 50% acrylic, 50% wool. And inside I just use black. So you see it's different. His like bright side, inside it's just 2 threads of black yarn. And I think it's better because it will be warmer. It's for autumn, and I supposed to send her like in a package, but Canada Post do not deliver now overseas, so I'm just waiting. And my sister is waiting for a baby, so I just I don't know who it will be, boy or girl. So, but gray, I think it's good for everyone. My favorite color. So I just did little head for the baby. Yeah, on the head it's much more better, it seems like, than it's now. And he's like tights, but you can little bit make it closer to the head and make a knot, like for example in the front. I think it's up to like 1 year it will be good. I'm not sure what way we'll use it this autumn, but maybe spring or next autumn will be fine. And for it's actually I needed it for long time ago. I also did little head like for newborn baby. Yeah, all this stuff is waiting just when Canada Post will open delivery service overseas again, and I will send to her, because I think it can take up to 2 months for like cheapest delivery. Yeah, and I'm super excited what I can do, some like what my relative request something to knit for themselves. And you know, it's so, just for me as for knitter, like I'm so happy what they needed, because truly sometimes it's much easier to go like on a store and buy something maybe cheaper than handmade stuff, but it will be like memory for them as well. And another thing that I will not show you, but also I did the kids blanket for my another niece. I just show you picture, and that yarn I actually can show you and maybe recommend, because if you are living overseas, not overseas, if you're living on like US, it's very common yarn here. It's modern cotton decay, and I knit 2 threads together on needles 4.5 millimeter, and that blanket became so soft, so convenient. I spent about probably 5 skein, maybe 4 skein. Yeah, so but that blanket I was so love it. It was more convenient because like it's baby blanket, but it's cotton and viscose, and you can put it in a washing machine and dry machine and nothing happened with it. I think it's a lot of convenience for the moms to use it. They don't need to thinking about like I have to hand wash blanket and dry it flat and spend a lot of time, because like, you know, no one has time when like little baby in the family. And yeah, I definitely will not show you everything what I did for these several months, but another what I'm kind of proud, it's socks. Yeah, it's different socks, but I will show you a picture as well. So this one I made in test knit. It's love socks, and I will link pattern, like Ravelry link in description on the video below. And yeah, I was a test knitter, and I just love these socks. I use it a lot at home, even it's spring now. I don't know, like I'm working from home, and when you sit in a lot of time, I don't know, but just my fingers and my feet is frozen, so I just love to use it at home. It's so soft and so so cozy. And this pattern was interesting for me because you need it from the toe up to the calf. Yeah, and this heel was like, it's short rose heel, but it's rough and torn. Usually I use German short rose, but this method was interesting, and I'm trying to use it in my furthest project as well. So if you never tried this type of short rose, I highly recommend you try it on. Maybe you will love it as me. And another one, this socks was finished long time ago, maybe 1 year ago, but the toe was made in another way. I will show you a picture. And I didn't love it. I just, for me it looked not finished. So in a year, this month, I decided to unravel it and remake. So it's cable pattern. It's there is no pattern for these socks. I just made it by myself. But I'm absolutely happy that even I finished it 1 year ago and I didn't use it, I find like forces in myself to finish it, and now finally I use it and I so love it. I have yellow boots, like low boots, and it looks so cozy, like a bright blue. It's also these sparkles, like I think you see it, like on the surface. Yeah, you see it. And yeah, it just look like fashion socks. I so love it. Yeah, and I think that's it what I wanted to show you, like finished garments, because I don't want to show like everything. Some stuff is really small. For example, I did like very plain socks, like stockinette. It's nothing interesting to show. There's another thing maybe that can be interesting. I did gloves for my husband, but he's wearing it even like in May. It's a little bit chilly outside, especially in the morning, and I just don't want to looking at it, like browsing in the home. But I also had gloves for myself, but I did previous year. But unfortunately, you know, I forgot it in the bus. I kind of lost it, and even like I filled the form on the website, but like I forgot my gloves in that bus in time and route and everything, but no one answered me, and I think it's gone. So I will need another gloves for myself again. So when I will do it, we will definitely discuss it. But I would like to show you 2 projects what I'm working on it right now, and maybe it will be interesting for you. Yeah, my first work in progress, it's again green, and this is huge pullover, and can be done. Yeah, you don't see it from there. So I use pattern for this pullover, and my yarn for the project is Juniper Moon dromedary. It's 70% wool and 30% camel. It's so soft, but when I did the swatch, it shrink after washing. But then I didn't finish the garment. I still need to make a sleeves and collar, but I decided to sew sew shoulders together and wash it. It's actually um, became longer than it's supposed to be, and I thought maybe just cut a ribbon on the bottom and make it shorter. But I recorded the video and put it like on the Facebook to ask people, so cut it or leave it, and everyone answered leave it as long as it is and use it with a belt. So yeah, it's kind of drapey, nice. Yeah, it's a lot of like threads because I didn't finish it. Back side is longer than front one. It just I decided to do like this, and sleeves will be pretty narrow. Maybe I will pick up in a couple days, because when I wash it, and it was wet, I said to myself like, Vera, you know, I'm tired from green, because firstly I needed this garment. After that I pick up another pullover, and I was just tired from green in my life. So I decided like I want something like pink or light or whatever. So my next project that I started working, my work in progress, it's, yeah, unfortunately I can show you like full length. It's this very light pullover that I will definitely use like something underneath. I thought maybe I will be able to find like something silk, or I don't know, but again, then stores will be open, I will find out. My collar is finished. It's pretty low. Yeah, but as I said, I will not wear it like this. I will use like something underneath. And I did a swatch. I'll show you what is it. I did this swatch with 3 different type of needles. This one 4.4 millimeter, 5 and 6. But I wanted like something light, very light, what I can wear on the top of the maybe dress. So I decided to pick up 6 millimeter needles, and yarn is one thread is Heavenly Alpaca. It's 100% Suri alpaca, and it's how much is it? It's 700 meters per 100 gram. One ball is 28 grams, and I have 5 balls, but I used already one, and this is the second ball, and I think I spent only 3 balls. I think so, because I also combined this another yarn that actually I pick up during my travel back home, and it's I will put on the screen. It's baby alpaca with silk, and I have it in 2 colors, this one and gray one, but pink one I actually exactly picked up to use together with Suri alpaca, because last year I was trying to knit the same, like kind of the same pullover, only with this yarn, and it was so, I don't know how to say, but stitches was so ugly, and I was not satisfied with result at all. So I decided with maybe I'll try to find something to use it together. I ordered it online, and I ended up what I colors are a little bit different. I think you see it on the video. This one is like peachy, this one more pink. It's not so big difference like in real life, and yeah, this is the finished garment. It's exactly something in the middle, and I love the result. And I hope, because it's 6mm needles, it's I knit it so quickly, but maybe in a couple days I will be able to finish it, and after return back to my green pullover. Yeah, it's pretty wide. It's more than like 1 meter in the circle, but again, as I said, it will be so light, like cloudy, droppy pullover, but I think will be looking nice. And I really love this shape of collar, but it's not a collar, how you call it? Like front. So yeah, I will finish for now because it's a little bit difficult to start recording again and stop in the proper time. But yeah, I hope we will see you again soon, and maybe I'm not knit very quickly, and it will be difficult for me to record like every, let's say, 2 weeks and show you something like finished garment. And I think maybe in next video we will look at the yarn what I picked up during my travel in Russia this autumn. It was in October, so I didn't use it yet. But yeah, let's see, maybe it will be interesting for you. Okay, thanks a lot for your watching, and see you next time.